Namaste. Namaste from the foothills of the Himalayas. Welcome to this meeting, and I'm so glad you were able to come. Today we want to speak about natural law, how to live life in harmony with natural law. As we know, there are an infinite number of laws governing life in the universe. The laws range from the subatomic level to the atomic level to the molecular level to every strata of creation has different laws governing it. There are an infinite number of laws governing all the different layers of creation in the universe. So how do we find a way of living in harmony with these laws? The laws are too vast and the universe is too diverse for us to ever comprehend these infinite number of laws. There are simple laws, there are complex laws. Simple laws, for example, is the law that if you put your hand into a flame, it will burn. This is a very simple law, and everyone can comprehend that. But there are even more complex laws. There are more complex situations. There are thoughts, our words, our actions send out waves in the whole creation, striking against everything in the universe. And how could we know the effect of one particular action on the entire universe? It's really beyond our comprehension. Even an example, for instance, a complex example would be, for instance, let's think for a moment of a person who steals a loaf of bread. Maybe they steal this loaf of bread and then they're feeling very bad about what they've done, and they give the loaf of bread to a very poor person they meet who has no food to eat. So that's a complex situation. The bread has been stolen, but it's been given to someone who has no food to eat. So there are two different actions interwoven in this one action. There's no way we can judge whether this action is right or wrong. It has elements of right in that the person was very apologetic and they gave the loaf of bread to someone who needed it. But then there's the element of the bread having been stolen. So we cannot judge the rightness or wrongness of every action we perform or every action anyone else performs, because these actions are not only on the level of the individual, but they're on the level of the effect on the family, the effect on the community, the effect on the nation, and the effect of the action on the whole world, because the whole world is an interconnected web of interactions by individuals all over the world. So even if someone violates the law of nature unknowingly, there's still the repercussion of that action. Because the one law of nature which governs the universe is, as we sow, so shall we reap. As we sow, so shall we reap. The universe always reacts to every individual action. And it's like if an archer shoots an arrow, the arrow cannot be withdrawn once it's shot. In the same way, any action we perform is bound to have repercussions, even if we unknowingly perform a wrong action. So right action, wrong action, inaction, the whole field of action is unfathomable to human comprehension. It's just too complex to intellectually understand the effect of every single action. And the universe is governed by an innumerable number of natural laws. So the one thing that we do know is violations of natural law cause suffering. Any violation of natural law will inevitably cause some suffering in the life of the individual. So we want to find a way to live life in harmony with all the laws of nature so that we don't violate the laws of nature and we don't create the ground for suffering. The way to do this is to experience the simplest state of human awareness, the state of pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is actually the unified state of all the laws of nature. It's called the unified field of natural law. It's the simplest state of human awareness. And when human awareness settles down and experiences the state of pure consciousness, this trains the mind to function in harmony with natural law. The mind begins to function spontaneously in harmony with natural law by transcending and experiencing that state of least excitation of consciousness, the state of pure consciousness, the unified field of all the laws of nature. In this state of pure consciousness, human awareness, individual awareness, is aligned to the infinite value of cosmic intelligence. Individual intelligence becomes aligned to cosmic intelligence. Transcendental meditation actually structures a cosmic computer in human awareness. And what I mean by this is a cosmic computer can spontaneously function in harmony with natural law. It's spontaneously able to access that field, that unified field of natural law, and spontaneously able to compute the most harmonious and most evolutionary action in each situation. This becomes a natural tendency in the human mind just by experiencing that field of pure consciousness. The mind is trained to live life more and more in harmony with natural law. And pure intelligence, the field of pure intelligence, the field of pure consciousness, becomes enlivened in human awareness and is able to spontaneously guide our lives in an evolutionary direction. The unified field of natural law has infinite organizing power. It's organized all the expressions of diversity in the entire universe. So it's also able to organize our human lives to move more and more forward in the evolutionary direction. And when we're functioning in harmony with natural law, then spontaneously the organizing power inherent in the unified field of natural law begins to support the fulfillment of every evolutionary desire. And this is how life moves more and more toward greater achievement and fulfillment. So this is really what I wanted to share with you today. This living in harmony with natural law, it's so important and it's so necessary so that our life begins to reflect those values that we cherish most, and we begin to be able to spontaneously act in harmony with our highest ideals. So this is really what I wanted to share with you today, and I'm so glad you were able to come. So I'm very happy to be able to have these meetings with you. So I'm looking forward to sharing much more knowledge in the future. So we shall meet again very, very soon. Namaskar from the foothills of the Himalayas. Namaskar and very, very, very best wishes to you.